Hello, and welcome to today's Reddit stories. I'm the voice behind the unwritten threads. The first story we have is a story on r/Am I the Asshole by American John 500. Would I be the asshole for refusing to bring $100 minimum to Thanksgiving? My family and I celebrate Thanksgiving every year with my siblings, parents, and their kids. Roughly 20 to 25 people, including kids. My family is only 2 people with one 6-month-old baby. In the group chat, it was decided that my nephew would cook meat since he bought a grill. He also told us that we could bring the sides. He chose to spend $300 on the meat. I messaged in the group chat that we would bring mashed potatoes. My sister responding that every family has to bring $100 worth of food minimum or help my nephew pay for the meat. I'm not totally against the idea of bringing that much food, but just the way it was presented and the fact that it wasn't agreed to beforehand makes me upset. The following day, in the group chat, my sister said, Option 1, bringing food enough for everyone, not just yourself. Option 2, help Thomas pay for meat, $100 per family. Option 3, help Dad pay water bill, $200 per family. Choose wisely. I'm upset. I responded, Option 4, don't show up. Am I being an arsehole if I don't show up at all in protest to this $100 minimum rule? Update. I'm a teacher and she posted a picture of my salary she found online to shame me in the group chat. Definitely not going now. In the comments, I saw these few comments. The first one is by AOW Lock 1. Not the asshole. This is potluck, not charity dinner. If your nephew couldn't afford to buy the meat, he shouldn't have bought it. A comment on that comment by a question of balance. Or it should have been discussed ahead of time so opinions could have been given. The people that wanted the expensive stuff could have donated to that. Another one I saw is by a user named Newt. Hey, I'm willing to cook all the meat if people help out for the cost. And I agree that would have been a better way to word it rather than just saying every family has to bring $100 worth of food. And it's the same, another person, Haley O'Shrine, said, and in the right situation, this is really nice, but it has to be a choice, not a demand. Also, he spent $300 on meat. There are 20 to 25 people coming, and he's asking for $100 from each family. Presumably, he should spend $100 on the meat if other people have to. So how many families are coming that are going to pay him for that meat? It sounds like he's going to make a profit. Or, another user said, Sincerely Anonymous is the user's name, or is part of the family, has the most people, so OP's small family is subsidizing the nephew's OP's sister's much larger family. They clearly thought they could get a discount on some prime cuts. Hail or Shine, I can't read the names, responded again on that, and yeah, I have a feeling the sister has a lot of kids and is treating it like she and all her kids are one family who pay $100, and Opie and her husband and one child who won't even eat the meat are paying the same. I feel like the sister is just searching for a profit to be made with the Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe even pay off something. Maybe. But if there's more than 4 families, it's just gonna be like profit, and Thanksgiving is not about profit, it's being thankful. I don't know. Leave a comment on your opinion on this post. The next story we have is by the user TimeUnion1592. Am I the asshole for dropping my kids off with my wife when she is with a grieving friend? My wife's best friend, Jessie, lost her husband about a month ago. My wife has been at her home almost every single day since. My job has me being on call some nights and money is tight, so I can't not be on call. I know Jessie is struggling, but it is stressing me out a ton to be basically a single parent since my wife is never home. I've talked to her about cutting back, but that ends up in an argument about me being heartless. Yesterday I was on call and I actually got called in. I couldn't leave our two daughters home alone, 6 and 9, so I called my wife telling her she needs to head home now. I need to leave. She told me no and to figure it out. We don't have the money for a sitter, my parents live too far away, her parents aren't allowed near the kids, they suck, and my friends have their own lives/families. So I packed the kids up the kids and on my way from to work, dropped them off at Jesse's house. My wife was pissed that I did that. When I got back, we got into a huge argument and told her that she actually needs to be a parent. That I'm very sick of her playing a house at Jesse's house, and we have our own kids. She thinks I'm a heartless fucking man, and I told her to be a parent to our own kids. A commenter, virtual map 5891, says a day with a grieving friend is needed. A week is kindness. A month, when you have kids at home, is bizarre. Aidan the Grey responds to that comment with neglect is the word you're thinking of, not bizarre. The wife is neglecting her family big time. And I agree, I feel like a week is enough. For your best friend, a week is enough. But at some point, you can still visit every day, but you still have to be home. You have to be there for your children. You have to help your husband, your wife, either way. You can't just abandon the household just because your friend is grieving. The next comment is by Infinite Walk 1759. Her parents aren't allowed around the kids. Sounds like she probably learned how to be a shit parent from them. And again, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess. Joshua Banana Hammock says generational trauma is definitely a possibility, but she has to have the capacity for insight to make any improvement for her family's next generation. It has to start with how can I change this? And now, the next comment is by T. Barrack 28. I think the real problem is the wife is so willing to put herself out there and be helpful to a friend, but doesn't show anything of the same motivation to help her own family. I imagine she is supporting this friend for her own emotional benefit, to feel good about herself, and gets lots of thanks and praise from her friend for being there. But doing that at the cost of neglecting your own kids and then calling your husband a heartless man is just wild and, quite frankly, very gaslighty. I agree, it's like, how can you do that? It's absurd to just call out your husband for being a heartless fucking man while you're being heartless to your children. It's like kind of your responsibility to be there for your children. It's not just his. And clearly she doesn't work, so she's expecting him to be a single parent for no reason at all. It's just unfair. Our last story for today is by the user Diamond Own 8686. Am I the asshole for not making my daughter-in-law coffee and telling her I am not a barista? My son and daughter-in-law, Emily, are staying on our home probably for the next month due to water damage in their home. The company is fixing the damage, but the flooring was damaged, so it's not very livable right now. They've been here less than a week and I'm having an issue. I work nights and come back home around 6:30 a.m. and then go to bed. My husband is usually up, so I make him coffee and breakfast before I turn in. Just something I like to do. More quality time before he heads to work. I asked my son and Emily if they would also like coffee or breakfast before they go to work. They said no to food, but yes to coffee. That was easy, and I just made 2 extra cups. I asked them to tell me if they wanted me to change how to make their coffee. I thought they would just tell me use this cream, or if they had a preference on blend. Emily texted me last night and said she left instructions for the coffee. This morning I came home to very detailed instructions how to make a complex coffee. It was like Starbucks drink. She wanted foamed milk on the top, different syrups, a specific coffee bean, ground fresh, and a different brewing method. We have a drip coffee machine. Most of the stuff was on the counter. I decided I wasn't doing that and just made a normal coffee. Emily wasn't happy, and we got into an argument before she went to work. I basically told her I'm not a Starbucks barista, and I'm not doing all that. She told me I shouldn't have offered in the first place if I wouldn't make the coffee to her liking. We left on a sour note. I've been getting texts from my son about not being hospitable, so I'm having trouble sleeping at the moment. Should I just make the coffee? First comment we are viewing. Well, let's discuss it before and let's spice things up. Um, I feel it's unfair to expect they're already like supporting you, giving you a house while yours is being fixed. I think it's unfair to just like expect them to make you a good cup of coffee, like Starbucks quality coffee. I know the coffee fans and me myself don't like Starbucks because it's not really coffee. But anyway, um, it's not right to expect your mother-in-law to just make you a cup of coffee because just wants she wanted to know if you like sugar or not, or milk or not. Not, oh yeah, this syrup, that method of brewing, this specific syrups, sugar, cream, this order and everything. She just wanted to know, do you want sugar in it? Do you want milk in it? Did I make it wrong? Is it too strong? Blah, blah, blah. Um, it's like, and then the son that is like, you're not being hospitable. You're getting a favor of staying there. It's not like she invited you guys to come take a holiday there. You guys are working. It's just the home. The top comment says, by Stroppo, says, if your son's doubling down like that, sounds like it's time for he and his entitled wife to seek new accommodations. Somebody replied on that. Well, the soccer problem 3547 replied to that. Yep, they can have fun dealing with their insurance and get put into a tow room if Opie wants to do this. From my experience, it sucks so much. So Opie, you were really doing them a favor. It's like, really, yeah. They they have to deal with insurance for the flood damage or water damage, however they got water damage, and the insurance not gonna provide a house that you rent. Well, that they rent for you. They're gonna give you a hotel room, which sucks. Another comment by, oh well, the original poster says, I don't believe this is a kick out offense. I already sent them the post, so I will not kick them out, maybe if the situation gets worse. So we have a conversation when everyone is back from work. I need to go sleep, so thanks to everyone that replied. Somebody, Pompous Tart, replied to that. Frankly, if you're being kind enough to put them up in your house, both of them should be making the coffee. You're the host, not the staff. And I agree completely. It's like, expecting your let's you make a booking at a fancy rent place close to the beach, not like a hotel or anything, and you expect the landlord to come make you coffee. And then also you're staying there for free. I'm guessing they are staying there for free. It's wrong. I don't know how to put it otherwise. Thank you for listening to today's stories on the unwritten threads. Come back later if you want to enjoy some more.